Hello everybody, welcome back to another video, and we are back finally for some more F123 Road to Glory series with Alfa Romeo, and we are here for race number 4 for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, or Well Done Baku, as, well, they used to say, but we don't say that no more. So, apologies again for not getting back on the career mode, took a hiatus as I said in the previous video, but we're back, gonna check out some more content for y'all. Get back into playing the game. Just had to take a little bit of a break of playing the F1 game because, people need breaks. And rightly so. I think I just need to get one to just clear my head, everything else like that. But we're going to focus on the race weekend. So obviously we are here in Baku, and obviously this is going to be a sprint weekend. So going to be a bit of a tricky one around Baku. Obviously there's a lot of things that is annoying with Baku. One being the tire wear being atrocious. Two, just gotta get a good setup. And three, no margins for error. You can't really make mistakes around here, which, to be fair, around Baku it's not too common, but you just gotta get your brakes right and hit your braking points exactly, because you can go sliding into the wall. But getting some upgrades on. We got a huge upgrade package coming into the car, and actually one of our aerodynamic upgrades failed, so we'll get that back on, and hopefully it will come back on time for the weekend. So that's very good. Then we got the ICE in. We got also just too many upgrades having on at once, and something went off my phone. I apologize about that, y'all. And I don't know what the other upgrades were, but there were some upgrades, I think. More rear downforce, front downforce. I think there's a chassis upgrade and a couple in durability. Speaking of durability, we got a department thing. And looks like we're going to have to go with the 500 resource points. To be fair, the durability is probably the least thing that I really improve in. To be fair, the engine, it's not bad, but the Ferrari engine, though, and my team, it was actually the worst when it came to durability, but it had the best power. So I think we're just going to get the 500 resource points. We really have not had an engine failure yet. We've been really good when it comes to our engines. The only thing that's really been the thing is just mainly just the engine's not lasting long enough. That's really been the huge problem. But there's nothing no reliability failures, no nothing like that. So there probably will be a lot of grid penalties coming in the next couple of races, because we are burning through our engines pretty quickly. I think we're already on Spec 2 on a couple of our engines, so we will have to probably change those up soon. But here's a quick little look at the performance index. We are ahead of McLaren and Alpine. Pretty tight gap, though, for the midfield. We are leading the midfield, and we're getting a little bit on Aston. Aston is kind of falling behind just a little bit, but here we are ready for FP1. The main practice session before the qualifying, so it's important to get everything right. And we made a little bit of an off there once again, as I said. Very important to get the braking points properly and straight on. So FP1 is done. The pace isn't ideal. It's not great. A lot of straight line, and the car is a bit dragging the straight line, but that engine really does help. But again, I mean, it's just the corners are just not really working in my favor, to be honest with you. That's mainly the problem I'm facing. But Valtteri P19, it's practice after all, so it's not like it's the big race today. But we do got some qualifying up next, so it's going to be a bit of a tricky challenge, I think, around qualifying. But let's go see what we can achieve here as we head on to qualifying here in Baku. Never mind, we're not qualifying yet. Oh my god, this is what happens when you don't commentate in a hot minute. We gotta change our engines, y'all. We gotta change the engines. Engines are getting pretty low, so let's change up a couple engines. And unfortunately, this being a sprint weekend, is that you really can't go back to Spec 2, which is quite unfortunate, but who really cares? Now it's time for qualifying. And here we are, qualifying for Baku. I'm not so confident, to be honest, in this weekend. To be fair, Baku is my best track, but again, it feels a lot different on F123. I mean, it's getting super challenging. It's not great either. The deg and just the way the tires fall off so quickly isn't fun. But to be fair, that is the challenge, and I always do love a challenge around Baku, so I'm ready let's keep on going. But here we are, ready for our first lap in Q1, and then Hulkenberg decides to, completely just, I don't even know what to say, just completely just shafted us, so accidentally broke man's front wing, but to be fair, I was on a fast lap, and I thought he was going to back out of it, but no, he doesn't, so that's not great, but it's alright, we're going to keep going forward for our first lap here. It's probably not going to be a great lap due to that Hulkenberg incident, and it's really not. It's only a P5. Behind Albon and also behind Valtteri. Valtteri has had a little bit of the edge on us on qualifying, but he's not been like super insanely quick. But 10 minutes left, and actually that lap wasn't actually too bad apparently because we got into P10. Only a second off though, Sergio Perez. We do set a purple sector 3 though, so we're running. I mean, I don't know where we found that time, but we found a lot of time through the sector 3. It must have been from our downforce. We are running a bit of a low downforce setup. We haven't really changed the wings. Actually, speaking of that, there's actually multiple guys on a fast lap, so this ain't over yet. So let's just see if we fall down the grid. And yes, we do fall down the grid, so we go P11, fast forward time. Yeah, so it looks like it's going to be so far P11. Hogberg went out for another lap because he had the issue, so we go out again. Found a lot of time through that part of the track once again. It was just very much tricky to just... It was tricky for everyone to basically, you know, get that lap in, but here we are ready for for hopefully getting to Q2 here. We actually are by almost a second up. I don't know who is behind us. That might be one of the Haas's, or that's actually a Ferrari. So we're actually accidentally holding up Charles Leclerc, or that is Carlos Sainz. I think that might be Charles Leclerc. I'm not 100% sure, but he's all over the back of us, so he's going to get a good slipstream from us, but he's not really going to be liking this because we're in front of him, and you know, no one wants to be in front of you, to be honest. So we're going to keep on going, and we are improving by a lot. Car feels good. I don't know where Valtteri is compared to everyone else, but as we do come across the line, I expect the lap times to improve, as here come some of the big boys now coming down the main straightaway. But right here is where we found a lot of time, so we have to get a really good exit here. Do we get a good exit? Yes, we do. Take over the curb a little bit. And so far, out by 7/10 though. We could probably find maybe another second depending on the straight line speed, but we did find a lot of time there through that part of the track. But then right here we kind of lose maybe a little bit of time, depends on how much we get our DRS, as we are losing time, so we didn't get the greatest speed, but it's alright. Hopefully we are out of Q1 though, but I'm pretty sure we'll make it into Q2, and we are going to make it into Q2. I don't know what the lap time was, but it was safe enough to get into Q2, and that is P8 for Q1, so we are successfully out of Q2. Alright, not Q2, Q1, apologies for the botch there. But it was a pretty good lap, to be honest with you. I was very happy with that. So I'll take that. Thank you very much. 7/10 off Charles Leclerc. Lando Norris putting in a great lap for McLaren. Gets up to P5 there. Let's take a look as we see. And oh, actually Valtteri's out of qualifying. So Valtteri Bottas, man, is out, and he actually joins his other buddies, which are the Haas boys, and Logan Sargent, so fellow American, is out, and also Nick DeFries, so you're getting sacked soon, mate. It's not great for Valtteri, but at the same time, maybe he just got caught out with another car in front of him, so that's not great for Valtteri. So sorry about that, Valtteri, but nothing much to say. So getting to Q2 now. First lap wasn't great. We ran on a used tire, and to be fair, with the used tires though, we actually did get up into P13, which is not bad, but again, it's going to be pretty difficult to see if we do come alive in this last stint, or in this this next qualifying run. But hopefully we could come alive though. Found 6/10 though through that part of the track. I don't know where we're finding all this time, to be honest with you, some of these corners, but I think that is the new tires getting us grip. But again, we're still sliding all over the track just a little bit. But there's just some parts of the track though where I'm getting a lot of time. So, and it's weird though, because the first lap actually I didn't really get bad of exits. I was getting really good exits. It was just more just very much like the struggle to just kind of connect the lap. And yeah, I don't know. I was just still sliding all over the place. Previous lap I wasn't sliding too much, but maybe I'm just a little bit on the limit, to be fair. But anyways, purple sector 2, green sector 1. So we're gonna come across the line here and see if we can get out of Q3 though. I'm pretty confident we can get out of Q3. This is an amazing lap. I don't know where this is going to put us, but this should hopefully put us into Q3 here as we come across the checker flag now. Do we get into Q3? Wait a minute. Do we get into it? Yes, we do. Third fastest. And we are into Q3. And that was an amazing lap to get into Q3. I was pretty surprised with that lap, to be honest with you. I didn't know if we were really going to make it, but we did. And, well, I'm very happy with that. So, wow, only a tenth off of Lewis Hamilton, but that's not really gonna give us excitement as we head into Q3 though. We're still a bit mile off the pace. It was just a really good lap. Track really improved, stuff like that. So track was a little bit cleaned off, so that's not really ideal for us. But I mean, I don't know where this is gonna put us. To be fair with you, you can't really judge a result by Q1, but it's not a bad lap. To be fair. And Q3 probably will be a bit of a challenge just to get maybe into the top 8. Lance Stroll and Lando Norris, I'm pretty sure they got fresh tires. I think they only went out on, I think they were both safe in the Q2, so I don't know, maybe Lance Stroll wasn't, but who really knows. Q3, no point of really showing the lap. Didn't really find much time, but we did get P9 though. Pretty good lap. Comfortably ahead of Stroll, so Stroll was on a used set. We did have a new set. To us, so I don't know, mainly just kind of confused on where we found all that time, but or where Stroll actually, why Stroll was so far off, to be honest with you. I don't really get it. So, but it's alright, it's not a bad lap, and we're gonna jump into the sprint now, which again, the race pace, as I said earlier, it's not great, but it's not like terrible. But again, the main problem is gonna be the tires, man. That's just the whole problem with this car. It's just the tires are a complete joke, and I don't know where this is gonna put us. So the goal of this sprint race is just to kind of like sort of just see where the pace is, and then we take that into the main race. That is mainly what I'm gonna do. With Valtteri does have a lot of time though to catch up to us and stuff like that. So hopefully Valtteri can have a good race today as well. But a little bit off the back foot though with us this weekend. So we'll try to see what we can do in the sprint race and also the main race, but hopefully we can get a point, and that'll be the goal, and then hopefully we can take what we learned from this race into the main race. So let's jump into the sprint race, and let's go see what we can do in this race today, shall we?
So it's all about speed in today's sprint. Not very many laps and no chance to get ahead on strategy. Who here today has the raw skill to take them to the top? Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's sprint. Sergio Perez will lead us away from pole position, and it's Charles Leclerc in P2. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Russell, Fernando Alonso, Sainz, Verstappen, Hamilton, Norris, Cowboy, Stroll, Tsunoda, Gasly, Ocon, Oscar Piastri, Albon, Magnussen, Bottas, De Vries, Hulkenberg, and Logan Sargent. Which of these drivers will get pole position today? We'll soon find out.
And typical Crofty's mic goes out because apparently I don't know why Crofty's mic keeps on going out, but it's alright. So there's a quick little brief story on basically what's going on in the sprint race today. It's going to be a bit of a tricky afternoon for I think everyone because no one really knows how bad the tires are really going to be during the race. So expect a couple guys to be sliding all over the place. But you can see the fans are cheering us on. They're ready for a nice 9-lap race around this place, and hopefully they want to see a bad crash. So let's go give one to the fans, shall we? Because we are, if you remember in the career mode race in the my team, we had a nasty crash. So let's go recap that, shall we? I'm just playing. Let's not do that. Let's get a point today. Let's at least get something out of this race. Let's score some points, at least one, and then we take this, and then we assume it's a W. But here we go. 5 red lights now underway for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. lights out, and away we go for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. We get a decent start ahead. Actually, Lewis Hamilton didn't get the greatest start as well. Lando Norris got a decent start. We're sliding a little bit off the track there, just a little bit of wheel spin there once again. Landed on the inside, and also Max Verstappen. So Verstappen did not get a great start as well, and we're comfortably ahead. We go around the outside of both those guys, and we're going to get in P6 now. So very much an ideal start, but we want to take it a little bit easy though on the tires, a little bit at the rears, because again the rears fall off more than the fronts do. But now we have to try to see if we can stay with Carlos Sainz maybe just a little bit. The challenge is just to kind of just stay in Sainz's DRS range, because again, if you could stay with Sainz's DRS, then you could basically he can just carry you on, and then you got a whole DRS train. But to be fair, with how quickly that Ferrari is and everyone else, I don't know how much we're going to stay, but we're going to try our best here once again. We just don't want to slide the track. We don't want to slide the car though around, because again, we are pretty prone to our driving style. We do have a bit of a aggressive driving style, so we very much kind of like try to get in the power as quick as I can, and then as we do, we actually slide a little bit off the track. So kind of do have to a little bit change my driving. It's a little bit of an off there once again, and again another sliding a little bit off the track. So tire temperatures aren't really ideal, but also at the same time, as I said about my driving style, I'm very much an aggressive driver. So I do want to kind of take it easy around here, because again, the tricks around Baku, and you can't really afford a mistake around here. You cannot really afford a mistake, but we're going to keep going. Lando Norris, though, he's all over the back of us there once again. A little bit of a back end snap there. Kind of a little bit got on the throttle, maybe too quick. Lando, though, is actually going to maybe think about this. He is going to go around this fast left and right handers. Oh, he actually hit the wall. And how the hell did he not get damaged? Wow. All right, game, nice physics. I thought that was going to be an airplane crash, because that would have been a nasty hit into the Armco barrier. Well, into more like, I don't know what you say it, more like that wasn't really a tire wall, but maybe I guess you could say it's just a barrier. So that would have been a pretty nasty hit, but we're going to keep going. Verstappen, though, does get ahead of Lando Norris, so Norris didn't get the greatest of I can't speak today. Norris didn't get the greatest of runs, though, unfortunately, out of that corner, because he hit the outside wall. But Verstappen's all over the back of us. I'm probably just going to let him go here unless we fight this back. I don't really know. Again, I just sees who breaks later. We do break a little bit later than him. He actually does defend on the inside, but alright, so hopefully we can kind of get back at him a little bit just to get the DRS. If I do have so much overspeed, though, I probably will have to pass him, though. He actually didn't get a great run, so that's not ideal. We're going to get back on the power. We're going to try to stay with him a little bit, pull away from Lando Norris. Problem is, though, Norris still has a good car in the straight line, so bit of a tricky, but we're going to go down the inside on Max Verstappen. He's going to lose a little bit of time there. Verstappen defended that very well and nice and clean, but we're going to back out of that. We're going to sit comfortably for P7. And Lewis Hamilton, though, he is in 9th place, so he probably will get Lando, and then I don't know where Lando is, but Lando's going to go around the outside. I don't know how Lando's pace is, but it's pretty strong, to be fair. And, well, Lando backed out of it. And, yeah, so lap 3 now. And fast forward. Hamilton actually got past Lando. Simple overtake, just straight line speed was just in favor of Hamilton. But, yeah, we do go forward. Hamilton, though, he's got the slipstream, he's got the DRS. I don't know if he did get DRS. No, he didn't get DRS, so he had to kind of go around the hard way. He got an enormous slipstream, though, which kind of did not benefit him. But, sorry, we're going to keep going forward in this race, shall we? Bit of a tricky start, to be fair, but we're a bit rocky, but it's not great. But, sorry, we're going to keep going forward. So, try to see if we can hold on from the guys from behind. But Yuki Tsunoda, though, he has got enormous. He's rapid on those tires, and we're sliding all over the place. Our tires are completely fried already. We used up the tires a little bit too much, and we're kind of learning the consequences now. So now we have to kind of stay ahead of Yuki. Yuki actually hit Yuki actually hit the outside wall, and we actually took evasive action, and we had to back out of that. And Lando smacks the outside wall, so everyone's all over the track. Lando smacks the outside. Yuki smacked the inside wall. Surprisingly, no front suspension damage from that, which hopefully that does become a new feature with the new crash physics, because it would be cool, though, to see if cars did get front suspension from kissing the wall a little bit. That would be great, EA. Can you please do that in the next game? That'd be great. But anyways, you saw the rear tires there a little bit, 28% on the rears, but we got the DRS, we got slipstream on Yuki, but again, we just can't get around Yuki, because again, I mean, we kind of just got caught up, though, because we were basically defending, but then the rest of the race, we were just falling like a rock. We fell from Lando Norris, and Lando overtook us, and it was a simple move for him. He just, again, just down into the rundown into turn number 4. Or it was turn 3, sorry. Turn 3, he actually got the DRS and slipstream, and he was able to pass us. But now we have to defend from Ocon and Lance Stroll. Stroll's got DRS, Ocon's going to have DRS, so we have to kind of a little bit, we don't want to weave though, because again, we want to make it fair, so kind of have to break the toe a little bit, but we're going to get P10 though in the sprint race. Unfortunately, no points, but that is the max that we could have achieved today. That honestly was the max we could have done. P10, which is not bad, but no points on the board for us today. Very much a tricky, very much going to be a tricky race today. Today with the tires, so yeah, or I should say for Sunday, but technically in our world it's race day, so it's race day every day, y'all. But as I said before, again, I mean, it's just there's just nothing we can really do around Baku. I mean, there's just nothing you really can do with the tires. You just kind of have to take it easy, but again, it's just difficult because again, the rear's just, it's just a rear limited track, and you can't, yeah, it's unfortunate, but it's unfortunately the consequences we face. So quick results in the championship standings. We still sit P11 though. Verstappen still leads the championship from Sergio Perez. Taking a look at the constructors a little bit. AlphaTauri though, Yuki Tsunoda finally gets points on the board for AlphaTauri. I think they're the only I think, yeah, so the only 2 teams now you have to score are Williams and Haas. And Williams and Haas, they should, I'm pretty confident they'll score points this season. Williams being a pretty quick call, I'm pretty confident, but again, I mean, we just have to take it easy though. We have to just, we'd have to just, take it easy. Simple as that. Valtteri, they get P16 though in the race. That's not great, but there's just nothing you can really do, honestly. There's just nothing we could have done today. So it's going to be a tricky race, but pretty confident that we can get at least something out of here. So let's just go have a good race today, and let's go have some fun.
And a warm welcome to you from Azadlik Square, heart of Baku, and home, of course, to the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. With high speeds, tight corners, and few runoff zones, many are expecting a safety car here today. So our drivers will have to stay very much on their toes and hopefully out of the barriers. The Baku city circuit measures roughly 6 kilometers, and it's made up of 20 corners and 2 DRS zones. The circuit winds around the narrow city, through the old town, and even brushes against the city's medieval walls. However, as beautiful as the setting is, this track is also a ferocious technical challenge, where the smallest of mistakes could lead to a catastrophic consequence for any one of our drivers. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. It's Sergio Perez on pole today, and it's Charles Leclerc in P2. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Russell, Sainz, Fernando Alonso, Tsunoda, Norris, Cowboy, Stroll, Oscar Piastri, Gasly, Albon, Verstappen, Bottas, Hulkenberg, Hamilton, Magnussen, De Vries, Sargent, and Esteban Ocon lines up at the back of the grid. Now it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track. Anthony Davidson joins me once again in the commentary box, and it's fantastic to have you with us here, but I'm curious, as a man with experience out on the track, how do you stop those pre-race nerves from becoming overwhelming when you're lining up on the grid?
Well, I imagine they'll be starting to feel the adrenaline as they anticipate the run down into turn 1, a bit like preparing to go into battle. The unknown situation will bring nerves, but that's a good thing. It will keep them focused on the moment and on their surroundings as we build towards the start of the Grand Prix.
Hey, would you look at that? We get up 2 spots from grid penalties. So, yeah, P8. Gonna be it's a good starting position. We are in the dirty line though of the track, so that's not really ideal. But well, we're gonna make it a fun day today. So, thinking about doing the strategy. Again, I mean, the hard tires could be a bit of a push though, and we don't really want to push the hard. So, fortunately, we're just going to have to go for the mediums and see what we can do. So, check the race strategy, see what everyone else is doing. Stroll's on the soft tires, though. A couple guys up at the front with the soft tires, maybe. A little bit of some mediums with lights on and way we go for the feature race around Azerbaijan Grand Prix. But anyways, got a decent start ahead of Yuki Tsunoda and also Lando Norris, and actually make a little bit of contact there with Lando and Yuki. Looks like Yuki kind of slid up the track just a little bit and hit our rear wheel, and got a little bit squirrely there, a little bit loosey goosey, as Sebastian Vettel said, one of the greatest. But yeah, so we're gonna keep going forward. It looks like Yuki though did. I don't know if he's got foaming damage. I hope he doesn't though, because to be fair, that would really suck for the AlphaTauri driver. But we also do want him to not get points today, I guess you could say. But broke a little early there. We did break, just trying to again, I'm just taking it very cautious when it comes to the guys in front, which is Charles Leclerc, Carlos Sainz, and Fernando Alonso battling it out for P4. Or is that my bad, the podium places. So yeah, very much. Stroll's though making it a little bit difficult though on Yuki Tsunoda, which is not great for Yuki, but it's good for us because hopefully they keep on battling, and then Stroll can kind of just sit back. So very much we are in a comfortably ahead though in the points. So if we could just kind of sort of stay here and just match the pace of Lando, that'd be great. That's all I want for in this race today. But as you could tell, Lando's gaining a lot of time on us. He's got much more stronger pace. He's on the hard tires though, so he's gonna go for looks like the hard to the medium, unless he's going hard, soft, which a two-stop though could be. A two-stop would probably be ideal around here, to be fair, because the two-stop strategy is just way better than the one-stop. But that's kind of why I kind of miss like the old tire rule, where you know P11 down you could. Oh my God! Almost hit the outside wall, and no damage there once again. Well, there's simulation damage on. So, I don't know how we did not get damaged, but okay, it's a drag race now between Lando Norris and me, so see who gets the straight line speed. The Alfa Romeo pulls ahead, that Ferrari engine coming into clutch there once again. Lando brakes a little bit later, goes down around the outside, give Lando enough space, still fighting Lando Norris, and this battling is actually making us lose time to Verstappen and also Yuki Tsunoda, but we're going to clear Lando here as we comfortably get ahead now on lap 2. And we got an enormous train behind us. We got the fattest choo-choo train in the world. So I'll come aboard the Alfa Romeo hype train as we're sitting at P6. So welcome aboard, everyone, and just sit back and just sit behind the train, shall we? Sorry about that. Stroll and Yuki, I saw them battling it out once again. So they're losing a little bit of time from us, which is able to help us pull away because again, I don't really know what the pace is to launch Stroll or Yuki Tsunoda. So I want to pull a decent gap from them, but I also do want to kind of just see on how Lando and Verstappen's pace is. But again, they're going to get an enormous slipstream here, and they do got much more straight line speed than us. A little bit more better, but again, the thing that's benefiting us down the straight though is the Ferrari engine, 100%. I mean, without this engine, I don't know where we could be right now. So gotta take it very easy. Once again, up in the on the limiter as I think we hit almost 200 miles an hour. But Verstappen sends both one on the inside. He's on the soft tires though, so that is good for him. But again, we're going to fight Verstappen, though, back just enough. And we're going to give him just enough space, and we're going to get the DRS, and we're going to get right back ahead. And Stroll has now re-entered this fray because, again, those soft tires are really helping Stroll out very early in this race. But, again, the one thing that's really going to not help these guys is those soft tires are going to fall off like a rock. So they're going to be in a bit of shambles, I guess you could say. So, yeah, on lap 4 now, Verstappen all over the back of us. Stroll now is coming all over the back of us, and also Lando Norris is also never count on Lando Norris. That man is super fast in the game and also in real life. But again, Verstappen down the inside, DRS slipstream, and he should keep that position. He is going to keep that position. So as we have the run down into turn number 3, I don't really know what we can really do now. But Stroll now, he's getting a lot of time. He's got much more traction than us, which is kind of weird. I thought those soft tires would be dying right now, no? I guess not, because Stroll's still fighting this back on the soft tires. We're on the mediums, and our tires are falling off like a rock. I mean, the tires are horrendous. That's for sure. They're horrible. This is the new set of mediums as well. This is not the old set that we had on, so from the sprint race, which is kind of weird. But anyways, fast forward lap 6 now. Verstappen's cleared us by 2.6 seconds. Lando's now just gonna make our life a living hell. He's on. Oh my God! How did he not wreck that car? Oh my God! That was an enormous. That was a bad slide from Lando. So much oversteer out of that corner, and that's not good. But Lando did get it back around us on lap 7. Simple pass for him. No point of showing it because why would I want to show me getting absolutely destroyed by Lando? But Lando now defended the inside. There was really no point in defending that, though, because, again, we couldn't really do anything. We're thinking about the switchback, though, and we're going to send one down the inside. Oh, baby, keep it a little bit clean. We didn't put him in the wall, so he's alright. He's safe. Just thought about, you know, dive bombing him, and as they say, lick the stamp and send it, and that puts us right back on to P7. But again, this is not helping at the same time because these guys are just going to get right back around us. So Lando got right back around. Stroll's in the DRS. Alex Albon, though, that Williams is pretty quick in the straight line, so he's pretty good on those soft tires, that's for sure. But we got the slipstream of Lando, and there's just nothing we can really do, so we have to kind of back out of that and let Lando go once again. But yeah, just very much a tricky spot in this point of the race. And again, a little bit of a lock up there from Lance Stroll a little bit, or I think that might have been Lance Stroll, Lando Norris, 1 2. But you can see that train though. Lewis Hamilton, or is that George Russell? I think that might be George Russell. Or no, I think that's Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton though, or George Russell, one of the two Mercs. One of the Mercs guys is back there as well. I think that was the other driver that did take a grid penalty in this race. So, because again, they're kind of a little bit out of order, so they're going to want to be in front. But again, we're just sliding all over the place. I mean, there's nothing much that we can do really, because look at the tires, 45%. I mean, these things are fried. They're cracked, as some people say, but I call them fried. So, and the tire temps aren't really ideal either. But there goes once again, Lance Stroll down on the inside. Move is done, and we're sending P9 now. And that's just, unfortunately, the circumstances that we're in right now. It's because we can't really do anything. So we're kind of just like a sitting duck here, and we're just begging for a pit stop. I don't want to pit too early either, because if I pit too early, then here's the thing: Lando's gonna not Lando, more the mediums, not the mediums. The hot is gonna probably fall off a little bit. But again, got some pit stops now happening. Fernando Alonso came into the pits. Move is done. He actually jumps ahead of Lance Stroll. That was mainly because of our squabbling. I think Verstappen also came in. He came in for the set of mediums or hards. I'm not 100% sure, but Alonso's on the hard tire. The hard tire is preferred, but the medium is kind of like preferred at your first stint, I guess you could say. But very much a tricky race out here today around in Baku, as they say. But we're going to keep going forward. And sticking with Lance Stroll, though, because again, his soft tires have fallen off, but our mediums have fallen off too, which is kind of weird, though, because I mean, I don't know how much Stroll is struggling, but he's really has not had any like snaps compared to what. I mean, I feel like the AI, though, their cars really don't have so much oversteer. I think that player mainly struggles with the oversteer. But we're going to get some DRS, so I think Stroll might be pitting, and he is pitting. So Stroll pits now, and the pit window has now opened on lap 12 now. I got a couple guys also pitting as well. I think Valtteri might be coming to the pits now this time. So I think Valtteri did come into the pits. I'm 100% sure. So a couple guys did pit, though, during that first of the pit stop window, so they could probably have a good shot of undercutting us, because again, our pace isn't really ideal, but we're blocking Carlos Sainz, though, as now we hit in the lap 12, and we're going to come in for our green flag pit stops now. So very much we just want to get a good stop, hopefully no mistakes, and that is Lewis Hamilton, I believe, that is behind us. So the Mercedes we know is catching, that's for sure, but we just need a good stop from these boys. So hopefully it's a good stop. It's not super quick, but it's not super bad at the same time as well. So decent start. But Hamilton, though, he got an enormous start, and look at that, we have got absolutely shafted, because look at this: Albon, Stroll, Ocon, Bottas, Gasly, and also both the Haas boys are coming at an enormous speed, and we've got absolutely undercutted by everyone. And that was mainly because just the pace is not there. I mean, it's just not there because of all that squabbling that was going on. So Valtteri's undercutted us, and he's in that train of he's in an Alpine sandwich, as I would call it. And Stroll, though, I don't know how the hell, but Stroll must have just, I'm just confused on how. I mean, I couldn't really push much on the outlap, because if I pushed much on the outlap, I feel like I was going to crash because of how bad the tires were. So, and again, I don't know how much these hards are if we're going to fall off, but I expect these hards to fall off around like lap 20. Because again, I mean, the tire wear is just so bad, and we got one of the worst tires on the grid when it comes to tire wear. So, as you saw, the deg is just so high around here, and there's just you gotta manage the tires. That's why this track probably favors Sergio Perez, because he's able to he's the tire whisperer, you know what I mean? So yeah, there's nothing much to say. So we're just gonna keep going forward, and we might let Hamilton go and see what he can do, because again, we know we really can't fight Hamilton. Hamilton's got an enormous car in the straight line. That Mercedes is pretty good, but again, sliding off the track there once again, just making a mistake, and when you go offline, you're basically just a passenger, because you're kind of sliding all over the place. But again, I don't know how the hell, but they're getting such like good exits, and they're side by side through that fast part of the track, which I really don't get. I really don't understand why the AI do that, to be honest with you, because it's just that's just that's just begging for a rocket ship crash, I guess you could say. But fighting Hamilton off, though, I don't know why we are fighting Hamilton. I don't even know what I'm doing. Sometimes my decision makings when I look back and watch my race, it's kind of a joke, to be honest with you. Why I defended that from Hamilton, I really don't get it. But I guess we're just trying to see on how the AI still race around here. I don't know. Trying to make it fun, just because we're probably not going to get points today, because I just don't think it's going to be possible, unless we get like, I don't know, unless we put a rocket ship on the back of our car. You know what I mean? So yeah. But anyways, Bottas is really struggling. Valtteri is really struggling. But again, he's in the points though, which is kind of weird, to be honest. But actually, no, I actually know why, because it actually benefited from us, because I'm mistaken. Sorry about that. A couple guys actually did come into the pits though, because we got around Ocon and Gasly, and also I think both McLarens came into the pits now, so we kind of benefited from this. But it's when it's 10 laps to go now, I don't know how much we're gonna do, because again, Ocon is on a used set itself, so we got so much straight line speed though. It's gonna be a 4-car battle though as we get down to turn number 1. 4 cars down to turn number 1. Valtteri gets us the big squeeze, and I don't know what he's doing. And oh my god, we're stuck. We are stuck. We're stuck. And safety car deployed, and get off me, Jesus, god damn. I don't get it. Like, what the hell happened? Oh my god, there's just the AI, man. Look at this. Look at that. Oh my god. It just, the squeeze. I mean, Valtteri just turned in on us, and then we were stuck. And it's not like we could have turned the other way, because Valtteri and they kept on going. Like, oh my god. I want to see how long that could have went for, but no, thankfully we got ghosted. So there's your thumbnail. And that's this race has just became a complete crap show. Into the pits. Gonna go on the soft. Oh man, this is a joke. The AI, man, I sometimes question their decisions, I guess you could say. But we're coming to the pits though. We're gonna pit for a new set of softs, and Valtteri's gonna come in as well. Maybe we should have backed out of it. But again, we had so much overspeed. And oh man, this is sometimes I don't know. All right, it's all right. We got fresh tires, and we're gonna see what we can do. Green flag back in the air once again, and we're now underway for a 5-lap shootout. And okay, legal overtake. How is it illegal? Must have just. I think we might have passed him before the safety car restart line. Okay, thank you very much. So again, we're gonna keep on fighting there once again. Ocon though, he also pitted for a new set of soft tires as well, so that actually benefited Ocon. So good for him. But again, everyone else though did stay put. Everyone else stayed put. People on the hards, people on the mediums. So see what we can do. But again, these soft tires, they could probably fall off pretty quickly, because this is a new set though. However, but again, how bad the tire wear already is, and to be fair, there was a lot of laps under the safety car. We actually had to use up the tires a lot just to kind of catch up to the safety car. It was a joke, because again, the safety car was like, my man was like prime Michael Schumacher over there. Burt Mylander, he's the one that drives safety car. Bro felt like he was, dude, felt like it was Mick Schumacher, Michael Schumacher behind the wheel. My apologies. I don't know why I just said Mick. Bad habits coming into my head. But anyways, down the inside of Yuki Tsunoda, and chasing after Nick De Vries and now Oscar Piastri, because again, they're really struggling. Nick De Vries though, really struggling in this race. He was just, I mean, what was he not struggling? He was struggling in real life, now he's struggling in the virtual game. Poor Nick. Hopefully you can kind of feel bad for the lad. But anyways, down the inside of Nick though, simple as that, move is done. Now we chase after Oscar Piastri and also Lando Norris. So both the McLaren boys. Norris did go for the soft tire, so pretty aggressive from him. But again, it's just going to be tricky to get around Oscar, because again, this is the kind of the part of the race though where the soft tires really fall off, and with there only being like this many laps left, it's going to be a bit of a time crunch. But again, these guys are so much quicker than us, and this was actually pre-patch as well. So some of y'all are aware, because I know there was a new patch that came out with the AI being up. When you put up the AI up to a 101, that's the AI that we're running. We're running 101, so the AI did get a bit of a buff, so a little bit faster when it comes to 100%. But again, already sliding off the track there once again. Like the tires have already fallen off already, which is kind of a joke. To be fair with you, but again, we're gonna keep on fighting. We're gonna fight Oscar Piastri though. Got a little bit of got that little bit of that white smoke. So thank you, Oscar. But again, we're gonna go down the inside. We got the slipstream though. Compared to him, we got so much overspeed on him. The engine coming into clutch, and we're sent one down the inside of Oscar. Move is done, job done. Thank you very much. Chase after Nico Hulkenberg, and also Pierre Gasly is the man that's in the points paying positions, and also might be Lewis Hamilton. But again, another slide there. Once again, it is just so tricky. It is just so tricky in this car, that is for sure. Gonna have to keep on fighting though. Hulkenberg though, he's actually gonna go. We're gonna go around Hulkenberg around the outside, kind of the longer way. And again, we got an enormous train coming up. Hulkenberg actually made a little bit of contact on the side pod, so not ideal from him. But again, we're gonna keep on going, and we go around the outside. Move is done. Now we sit P12, and chase after Lando Norris and now Pierre Gasly and Kevin Magnussen though. Magnussen, he's actually on his way to score points though for Haas. So it's gonna be a high result for Haas, but hopefully we can ruin their day. Well, to be nice to ruin their day. But down the inside of Lando Norris. Thought about it and still thinking about it. Oh, just took too much curb there once again. Slide a little bit off track. Now we got marbles all over our tires, and we're still got marbles because again we got to defend from Hulkenberg. And down the inside, defend from Nico, and again another back end loss. Again, tires are off 25% already. Like this is, oh my god, the deg is so high. Honestly, I don't even know what to say. Oh my god, this is a clown show. The clown show of Baku. Sprint race chaos, as you can say. But Piastri though, Piastri's got the overspeed, he's got the slipstream, and he's gonna go around. Possibly thought about the inside, and we're gonna give him the space, and we're gonna defend that nicely as we sit up in the P12 now. Now chase after Lando Norris once again, but we're just losing time. And again, I don't know how much the McLaren has of tire wear upgrades, so I don't really get it, but no one's really gonna understand. So we're gonna keep going forward though. Lando Norris, so he's in that McLaren. It's a pretty good looking rear wing, to be honest with you, Lando. Got a nice looking rear wing. I wanna hopefully get around you. So Lando's talking about it, and what the hell was that? What the hell was that, Lando? Oh my god! And all right, well I'm a bit ticked, and then we just that was just dirty. Man, just. Why do they do that? Like, why? Like, how are the AI still this... Well, that's front wing damage. And basically, it's the same thing that's been happening. They lock up the rears, and then they just go straight on, and then you think they would slide off the track, but no, they don't. So, last lap of the Grand Prix. We can still have a shot though to get points though once again, but we can't, no front downforce, and we're this is gone bad to worse. Oh, we got front wing damage. But we got no front. We had no front braking because again we lost the rear wing damage, which was really compromised because again the brakes were all messed up. Now we got no rear wing, which is kind of screwed here because we have to make it a massive lift, and Alcon's gonna be all over the back of us. But we have to defend this. We don't even have much battery left. So we have to kind of like a little bit weave on the straight, but we don't want to weave too much because again, this is not considered weaving. We're just breaking the toe a little bit, but we're going to comfortably sit ahead, and we're going to sit P11 though, and that is P11 around Baku. Bit of a tricky weekend to be honest with you, but what more could have been done?
And so ends another Azerbaijan Grand Prix. A fascinating race and a well-deserved victory. Well, Anthony Davidson, a resounding victory today, but what set them apart from the rest?
Well, time management probably played quite a large role in the outcome of this one. As ever, it's not just about speed, it's all about maintaining that speed consistently over a stint, over a race distance. So being able to keep up the lap times while still being smooth on the controls and gentle on the tyres, that's really where the race was won today.
Looking at the podium, you can see that red suit familiar to fans across the globe. A world-class win for a world-class team. Ferrari, do it again.
There's your winner. Charles Leclerc wins around Baku in the pretty difficult weekend for everyone's tires. To be honest with you, the tires were absolutely screaming in pain for everyone's. I feel like on everyone's car, but yep, that's going to be a P1 victory for Charles Leclerc though. I think that might have been Max Verstappen, or no, Sergio Perez came in second, and George Russell came in, or no, my George Russell came in second. Sergio third. Golly. From our side, just I'm losing my voice a little bit here. I'm sorry, y'all, but
The gap at the top of the
this.
championship has been cut down
What
after
more
a
could have been
difficult
done?
race today for our
What more could have been
championship
done?
leader. So let's review the
It's
drivers'
just so
Let's focus
tricky,
on
to
the
be honest
driver
with you.
of the day,
That's
Anthony Davis.
it is just really
Media
tricky.
pit.
Just the
Often my go-to would be a driver who's managed to pull off an
yeah.
especially impressive feat during the race.
I just
However,
yeah.
in this instance,
It's
I
just
was
tricky,
more
to be
impressed
honest
by
with you.
Max
That's just
Verstappen's
all it
solid,
is.
clean
It's
driving
just the tires fall off like
Let's move on to the constructors.
the tires fall off so
Further
much
ahead
that
in
it's kind of a
standings, it's Red
joke.
Bull.
But
Well, what an end to another
who really
fantastic
cares? So,
weekend of
but
racing. Thanks to everyone who
yeah,
joined us, and we'll
I'm
see
just
you
more a
for
bit
the next
annoyed
one.
on basically the Lando Norris incident, to be honest with you, because I mean maybe I should have taken more cautious. I knew he was gonna struggle, but I don't really understand why they brake and then they just go straight on. Like, wouldn't like rear locking, like whatever. But rear locking though, you'd have to save the car, and you don't go straight on. To be honest with you, uh I don't know what to say. I'm losing my voice, so I apologize. It's been a while since I've done a full commentary, but that's all I got for today's video, y'all. Pretty difficult weekend. For sure. Glad it's over. I don't know if this track is going to return in next season's Road to Glory series. I don't know if it's going to, but it's alright. We got to keep on focusing on this season. We push forward to Miami. But that's all I got in today's video, y'all. If you want to see more videos, please like and subscribe. They would greatly appreciate it. I love you all. I'll see y'all in the next one. Have a good rest of your day, y'all. Stay safe out there, and I'll see y'all in Miami.